This technical proposal will present an innovative electronic game called Imperishable Blossom. The game is designed to present on icon and intended to simulate a sideshow at a game experience. The map below is a breakdown of tasks, which briefly introduces the intention of this proposal, as well as the functional requirements, non-functional requirements, and constraints. This game is a type of vertical scrolling bullet hell game. Players need to control and navigate a character named Yuko to avoid bullet, whilst emit bullet to defeat the enemy. Each player has 5 life. Each time their character touches the bullet, player will lose 1 life. When all 5 life are used, their character will die, so the game will end. Player will get a score based on the current performance. When player finish the game, they can record their name with their game score and compare with other players. The technical proposal will use just shape and beats and Toho project theory as reference and inspirations. C# will be used as programming language, and the integrated development environment is on Microsoft Visual Studio. The user interface and some of the aesthetic design will be created using Adobe Photoshop. And this part is the evaluation criteria, which include prescribed criteria, self-determined criteria, and constraints. Bullet hell games are a classical genre of video game which originated since 1962's Space War. It used to be a type of arcade game and it started getting some mainstream recognition through the release of Space Invader in 1970. Normally, player in the game controls small avatar, such as a shape or plane. Players are tasked with navigating their avatar among complex pattern of projectiles without being hit. As one of the first genre of electronic game, bullet hell games had a wide popularity in the late 80s and early 90s. Although this genre of game is no longer a mainstream game, it can inspire players with a nostalgic feeling, especially for age 30 to 50. Therefore, people aged 30 to 50 will be the initial target audience of this game. This game can give these adults an opportunity to re-experience their childhood. According to the research, there are 59% of visitors of ECA are aged 18 to 50, so it can be estimated that there are approximately 40 to 50% of people have experienced an era when arcade game was the mainstream. The large proportion of the target audience can ensure the success of this project. Additionally, bullet hell is a type of game requires players high physical reflexes, good eyesight, and strong decision-making ability. Thus, people who enjoy challenging scenes such as hardcore players will also be the target audience of this game. This is because bullet hell game is the ideal genre of game to let people demonstrate their skill and dexterity, and more importantly, chasing the elusive high score. Meanwhile, the gameplay of bullet hell is one of the simplest compared to other type of game. Therefore, it's one of the best genre of game to simulate sideshow other games, because there are many similarities between the two. Initially, the gameplay is simple. The player can still play the game without knowing any of the background of the game. Secondly, the game can be finished relatively quickly. Then, normally this genre of game has higher ornamental value due to the magnificent barrage and its geometrical change, such as the classical bullet hell game series Toho Project. See picture below. Therefore, it's more attractive to the pedestrian. Conclusively, the game will be a successful game to present on the account. There are two existing electronic games that inspired the design of this project, which are Just Shape and Beats and Toho Project series. Just Shape and Beats is published by Berserk Studio in 2018. It's an action rhythm game which originated from the traditional bullet hell game genre. The game content design. In this game, players need to move colorful shapes to the beats of background music and avoid being hit by the pink shapes. The game supports single players and multiple players, which up to 4. Each player controls a colorful shape and their enemy will attack in rhythm to the music. The game is one of the newest bullet hell games, which have numerous innovative designs and on both gameplays and artistic features. The Start interface. This interface allows players to select the game level they want to play. It also supports Party Mode, which is a mode allow multiple players play together. The game interface. The enemy will release pink barrages in rhythm to the music. The process bar is located on the top of the interface, which shows the process of this game. Score interface. Player can view the score of each game level. The score are displayed in the level of S, A, B, and C according to the performance of players in each game. Principle of visual communication. This game completely removes the artistic style, and its design conveys a perception of minimalism. Minimalism is an artistic style which intends to expose the essential of subjects through eliminating all non-essential concepts. It can be seen that the colors in this game are constructed. The bullets and barrages are extremely concise and the background is completely black. The style of minimalism is presented successfully in this game, which also perfectly appeals to the populace's aesthetics in today's society. Usability principle. Just Shape and Beats is a bold innovation which combines recent gaming elements into the bullet hell game. It can be an inspiration of this project as it can give player the best audio-visual experiences. Additionally, the minimalism style can also be used as a reference in this project. Functions requirements. Recent games concept can be combined to this project. Besides, consider minimalism design by using contrasting colors, single color textures, and concise shapes. For example, Toho Project Series is a traditional bullet hell game created by Sun. It first released in 1997. Start interface. This interface is the start page of this game. Players can press any button to enter this game. The purpose of this interface is to display the name and author of the game, and more importantly, indicate the same colors. The game interface. This interface shows the game process. Players need to navigate their character to avoid bullets. This interface also shows the player's highest score and the current score as contrasted with. End interface. This interface will display when player defeated all the enemies and finished the game. It shows players their final score they got and how many enemies they defeated. Principles of visual communication. One of the most inspiring elements of this game series is its intensive geometrical barrages. It's a principal element of the bullet hell game, which Toho Project is one of the best representations. Usability principles. The gameplay and user interface are simple and concise. Players can easily learn how to play this game. And the function requirements. First, this project needs to have an accurate decision system, which need to accurately distinguish whether the avatar of player is being hit by the bullet. Second, contrasting color and intensive geometrical barrages are required. For example, user experience and user interface. The design of the user interface needs to follow four basic principles: contrast, repetition, alignment, and proximity. The project intends to use minimalism artistic style, thus the contrast principle will be used frequently, especially in colors. The color black, white, pink, and blue-violet will be used as theme color of this game. Alignment, proximity, and repetition will be presented mainly in the design of barrages. The barrages will be constructed in geometrical shapes, with various alternations. For example, the Start interface. This user interface is a menu which presents the player with the logo and the name of this game, as well as the introduction of the gameplay. It uses alignment and repetition design principle to design the buttons. More importantly, it conveys artistic style used throughout this game. The interface allows players to start or exit the game, or go to the setting interface, score interface. Additionally, user can save the current game and load their previous game in this interface. The setting interface. This interface also uses alignment and repetition design principles. It allows users to change some general settings such as visual quality, sound volume, and languages. Besides, it allows players to change the mode of game, which represent different difficulties. While finishing setting, player can choose to return to the start interface or directly start the game. Game interface. This is the main interface that presents game process to the players. It uses minimalism artistic style on the visual display, especially the principle of color contrast. This interface displays the avatar players as well as the enemies. The barrages are constructed in geometrical form. The remaining life of players is displayed at the right of the screen, and the game process bar is located on the top of the interface. The score interface. This interface can be accessed from the start interface. It allows players to view the score they got in the previous game. Additionally, if users are in online mode, they can compare their score with other people or their friends. While finishing score checking, player can go back to the start interface. Algorithms. This is the algorithm for select difficulties. The input is press the button change difficulties. After the process, we will output different difficulties mode according to player's selection. This is the algorithm for enemy character. The input is game start. The resultant of the process is enemy appear when game starts. It will emit bullets that player need to avoid. When player hits this enemy 10 times, enemy stop firing and disappear, while the player score +10. This is the algorithm for player's character. The input is game starts. The resultant of the process is player's character will move up when player press W, move down when player press S, left when player press A, and right when player press D. Player's character can emit bullets when player click left mouse. When player's life equals 0, the game will end. This is the algorithm for the score system. The input is player's performance in the game, such as the enemy they defeated. And the output is to display player's score. And this part is the evaluation and recommendations. This evaluation recommendation include pre-described criteria, self-determined criteria, and constraints. Thank you for listening.